And we're back.
Stay with me.
Cold-blooded.
Helena, please don't leave without telling me. It makes me worry.
It's been a year now. You always stayed with me. You always supported me.
Except that one time when you just like walked by me and didn't care.
But I can't do it. I can't stop the tears. You got back on your feet. But I can't do anything but cling to you. But I can't drag you down with my weakness anymore. So...
You know what I thought when I saw his body? I thought I failed. Can you believe that? That a parent would think that after losing a child? But it's true. Everyone has one leg in a coffin. If they aren't careful, they can easily fall in. No exceptions. I should have known that. But I didn't. I prayed that my family would be an exception. I wanted them to be there smiling at me forever. When I saw him in the hospital, something died in me. I wanted to kill the one who took my son from me. And you know, some people smile about the deaths of others. I lost all hesitation to punish those people. I thought if they were gone, it would all end. But it'll never end. I still hear someone scoffing at me, saying, "You couldn't even protect your own son."
It's not your fault.
That's what they all say.
No! It's what I really think.
Then what should I have done? I always felt like such a clown. He died while I was out running around, trying to save others, so the audience just points at me and laughs. I didn't know anything anymore. Why I smiled, why I cried, why I got angry. I forgot how I even expressed those things. Even when I saw him dead, I didn't cry. Now it's just you. You're all I have left. I'll keep praying for a sunny day, and until then, I'll be your umbrella.
Who will keep you from getting wet?
I don't care if I get wet. Helena, if you give up on me someday, then I want you to just forget about me. But please, for my sake, don't leave me alone.
Don't cry, Keith.
I never cry.
No, you're crying. You've always been crying. I'm sorry for pushing my complaints on you. I'll get stronger so I can protect you. Whatever happens, you're someone I never want to lose.
I'm scared of phones ringing. I feel like someone's going to tell me about a death in a family again. Ever since then, I haven't been able to answer calls.
Why'd your son die?
Run over by a truck. Driver died instantly. I couldn't blame anyone.
What? What does that mean? How did the driver die instantly from hitting a child? What happened?
I still have idiotic thoughts. Like if I hadn't answered that call, maybe nothing would have even changed. If I'd had been with him, maybe he'd still be alive and smiling. It's completely stupid. It changed nothing. What could I have done? Sorry for grabbing you. I was just confused. Let's go.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I know that.
No, you don't understand. You're clever, so you're trying to fool yourself, saying, it's not my fault, to convince yourself of that. But you can't fully deceive yourself. Deep in your heart, you still blame yourself. So you desperately try to protect everyone, even people you just met. Protecting people as a detective lets you make up for it. You can replace your guilt with pride and a sense of duty, but that isn't going to save you. Even if you only protect what you really feel is important, no one will blame you for it.
Don't act like you know so much. I'm only doing what I should be doing.
And you're deceiving yourself with it.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Then why's my son dead?
Because a truck hit him.
It's not your fault. Everyone has things they're powerless to help. So stop lying to yourself, please. Just forgive yourself.
Let's go.
So you need anything else? Nope, nothing else. Yeah, he looks mad again. Well, that's a interesting picture. Oh, that's the same thing. Okay, I thought maybe if I looked at the other sheet of paper it would be different. What is creaking? Okay, well this is just on the other side of that. Oh. Okay. Okay, that wasn't open. That's the door I was thinking. There's an old-fashioned notebook on the shelves. Looks like someone's diary. I went searching for the young master, as I hadn't seen him. I soon found him crying in an old cafeteria. He had played a prank and had been scolded by the master. He said he had me copy Bible passages again. This time it was Adam's genealogy and Noah's Ark. I hate those chapters. I felt sorry for the young master and told him, "You're not alone there. I hated copying scripture too, especially a chapter about the Tower of Babel." And he happily responded, "Let's keep this our secret, old man. If Mom and Dad find out, they'll be angry. I won't be the only ones who know." The young master put a dial lock on one of the doors. I asked him, and he said it would be his secret room. Evidently, I'm not to enter either. I said I certainly wouldn't, but I still asked for the code, but he just whispered into my ear, "The code is what we hate, do you remember?" No, was there such a code? Oh, well, I'll try asking him directly. The master has ordered him not to come over to this side of the mansion as it is, so his secret room is quite absurd. I've written quite a lot about his secret pranks in this diary as well. Once I finish, I should hide it away next to his secret room, I suppose. So it's something that he hates, which involved something with Bible passages, which I don't remember, so I'm just going to end up looking it up. Old video camera. Old video camera, huh? It seems to be broken. Alright. Wait, what did that say? It's broken, there's no power. There's a tape inside. Can you not get the tape out? No, well, I guess there's not much of a point. Okay, so I'm just going to look it up. Magazine from about 10 years ago. Another one. Videotape. Oh, look at those old VHS tapes on the ground. Those bring back memories of having to rewind them. Not good memories, I may add. Take out the tape and play it, yeah.
At last, I finally got a hold of you. Oh dear, hurt all over. But what else could I do? You just wouldn't stop running, miss, no matter how much I hurt you. But well, our game of tag's come to a close now. Yes, you can't outrun the scary, scary boogeyman. Are you relieved it's over, or are you still scared? Well, madam, do you want to run?
You're an unbelievable idiot.
Idiots.
Say again.
I called you an idiot. You thought I was running because I was scared? You think I'm scared of you? Maybe you've spent too long in your little closet world to understand. You've convinced yourself that women and children are all scared of you. What were you planning once you caught me? Kill me? And then what? You'd go to kill Keith, right? You told me you had Keith in your hands. Whether he'd live or die was up to me. I guess that was true. And all this time you've been foolishly chasing after me. You could never kill him. I'm weak. I can't be as strong as Keith is. But there is something I can do in all my weakness. If I can keep your attention away from Keith by running all the time, I'll run to the ends of the earth. You poor, stupid little boogeyman. You really are such a child. You just love bullying anyone weaker than you. Go ahead. Have fun in your little world. Call yourself a villain, a monster. But I'll never let you bring my husband into it. Don't you dare lay a hand on him!
You talk too much, madam.
That's terrible. Let's hurry and look for Helena. She must be nearby.
Why would you think that?
Keith? Keith! What are you doing? We have to hurry. Keith, are you listening? Hey, what are you staring at? Are you asleep? Get a grip! Come on!
I'm awake. David, you look for Helena. She should be near.
Huh? What about you? What are you gonna do?
I'm going to go kill a monster.
Am I? I guess I am. I don't know where he is, though.
Wait, Dad. Leave the door open and don't turn out the lights in the hall.
Why?
The boogeyman will come.
What kind of guy is this boogeyman?
He has long nails and kidnaps kids. He lives in the closet.
A kidnapper? Well, can't leave a guy like that on the loose. Alright, Dad'll give him a good beating. Hey, Boogie, you in there? What? Hey, let go.
Dad? Dad!
Whew, he was a little tough, but I got him good. No worries, son. Old Boogie won't come for you.
Really?
Would I lie? Me and Mom are in the bedroom right there, you know. You still scared? Oh, need your stuffed bunny, do you? Or should I read you a bedtime story? Maybe the ones with the fairies.
No, no way. I'm not the worst, Dad. I can sleep by myself.
That's the spirit. Listen, Todd, if the boogeyman comes to get you again, Dad'll beat him up. I'm not gonna let anyone mess with you or Mom.
'Cause you're a police officer?
'Cause I'm Dad. Good night, son. Should I leave the light on?
It's okay. I've got you and Mom.
Good night. I love you.
Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight.
This looks like a boss room.
Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. Have you ever thought about it, detective? Thought you have an enemy? Who or what it is, you don't even know. Maybe it doesn't even exist. Maybe it's all in your head. But you know there's something tormenting you, always making it so painful. You feel like the whole world's out to make you suffer. Too troublesome to make an enemy of the whole world, right? So just making one enemy will do. I chose you as my enemy. Have I become yours? Oh well, either way, we're gonna settle this right here.
We're gonna have a good old RPG Maker
Let's
battle.
end this wonderful game now. Can you beat this final boss and take back your beloved wife? What's so funny?
Oh, he's getting blood all over his face.
Boy, you're really having a blast, huh? What's so funny that you can be all smiles all the time? Total opposite of me. I don't remember the last time I laughed. But I guess we were pretty similar after all. In a sense, it was all a lie. You're always grinning ear to ear, but you're scared, aren't you? So you keep running. You can't go head to head with me. You and me are just acting. You're no scary monster, and I'm no paragon of justice. Final boss? Huh. A big baddie should be a pretty sly guy, shouldn't they? But taking hostages, always on the run, the only thing you can chase after is girls' rumps. You know, I wasn't planning to do anything with you. As long as the others were safe, I was fine leaving you be. I'd secure your hostages and scram, then just leave you to the local police. Because I'm not chasing you. You just keep running from me. What I'm really chasing after. Sorry, but it ain't you. That's right. It's not you. You're my enemy. Spare me the sleep talk. Why would I make my enemy a dunce who just sneaks away? A coward who hides in the closet and threatens kids. And your enemy? Not me either. You've got a lot more enemies. If you go to the Slammer, you're gonna be a real popular guy. I can tell. But this is a great chance. No hostages to get in the way, no one watching, so I can do whatever I like with you. Detective, criminal, that doesn't matter now. You've done the number one thing to get on my bad side. You chased after my wife's rump. That alone is enough reason for me to beat you down.
Who uses the word rump? Much less twice in the same, same paragraph, I guess.
Don't you think, Boogie? Can't afford to laugh anymore, can you? Back to your closet, Boogeyman. You don't have what it takes to make it over here.
Oh, well, I guess all my save spots are... So let's save them number 1. That's a nice place to end it. What? Ow. No, for real, what is A? Oh, okay, so I just press enter when I'm looking at him. Ow. How is this a taunt? Where's the taunt? Oh, Jesus. This is not at all what I envisioned a boss battle to be like. Where I just look at them, and they take damage.
Where do you think you're going, Lance?
I'm gonna find them. They've been gone way too long.
Did you forget what he said? It'll be a burden on him to move around on our own.
Well, then after all's said and done, we'll tell him we did just what he said. Of course, you might have all gone stone cold by that time.
Don't joke about things like that.
Sounds like a joke to you? We got 2, maybe 3 corpses around here?
What part of don't you get?
Stop, you two. Don't fight.
We'll go search together. I'll lead the way. Sophie and Shirley, you hold hands. And Lance, you watch the rear.
Papa.
You really want to go?
Yes, we'll be all right together. And there's something I'm curious about.
What's that?
This whole incident may just be a great big farce.
What do you mean?
Let's be going.
Helena! Where are you? Helena! Helena!
David!
Are you okay?
That man knocked me out. I woke up here. I was unconscious the whole time. Keith!
Helena!
Keith! Where are you?
Always on the run, huh? But marijuana addicts can move better than you.
Why would you... If you're gonna mention an addict, why a marijuana addict? What?
What's in that big head of yours? Brendan?
You lose. Detective. You're Brendan? Why? Stop moving around.
Keith! Helena!
We have to stop the bleeding. Lance!
Richard, help me out.
Sophie, find something to tie him with.
Keith!
Got you.
Keith? You...
Helena, when we get home, let's finish our conversation. No more running.
No! Keith, stay with me, please! Keith!
The servants and Stevie. 10 people died all told. I'm sure glad to be alive now. Feeling glad to even have air to breathe.
Listen, don't you say a word about all this, especially not to your coworkers. If it takes money to shut your yap, I'll pay any price.
Oh, bribery! Where's that money coming from?
My own pockets. Listen, you guys can distort the truth all you want, and I won't say a peep, 'cause that's freedom of the press. But this is different. I've got no tolerance for people pointing and laughing at a wounded friend.
Do I gotta tell you again? I'm not a gossip guy. I hate cops, sure, but I hate gossip too. I won't ask for money, and I won't say a peep, 'cause I'm grateful to the guy. So quit hounding me. But, as an involved party, I've got a right to know what happened there. I just can't wrap my head around it. I talked to Brendan at dinner. Heard he got tired of the musty old castle and ran to Hollywood. Had a lot of fun in the movie biz. So what was the motive?
Guy's gone silent. Sounds like he convinced you he was a goody two-shoes. But I bet you heard a different story in Hollywood. Now that's the kind of thing your lot should be writing about. Nobody knows people's past, usually. But it's easy to fool you into thinking otherwise with a little acting. And once you know somebody's past, you can lead 'em by the nose. He tricked you all, and tried to kill you. What a farce. Not sure of the motive yet, but he was pretty systematic about it all. Spent a ton of cash beforehand to check up on all the tour attendees. Even did a background check on me.
On you? Why?
'Cause I was going to be on that tour.
No wonder I thought he knew me. The hell, so he just researched us?
That's the oldest trick in the book for us, saying, I know all about you. It makes you superior to the other person, so you can control them. Then they freak out and have to submit. He knew that tactic well. Seeing right through people without any tricks. That's what makes a real monster, ain't it? In his case, he just used money and connections to dig up people's pasts, and played the part of a monster.
But the research wasn't to select candidates. So he just picked randomly. Damn, was he just in it for fun?
Now, my turn to ask questions. What you tell me is the only way I can figure out this incident. Give me anything you got. First, Brendan, or Boogie rather. What kind of man was he?
How should I say it? I suppose he had no emotion. That's how I saw him. He said such terrifying things without a care. He hardly showed any human feelings. He really was like a monster.
Keith told me he was a real jester.
Jester? Absolutely not. I would have much preferred if he were at least a little silly. He was a very disturbing, terrifying man. He was totally calm as he did awful things.
Richard, you seem to have a suspicion he might be Brendan. Why do you think that?
When my daughter went missing, and I panicked thinking that man might have taken her, Keith told me something. This was the kind of person who would show corpses as decoration, so if he did take Sophie, he'd show off proof of it. Luckily enough, I didn't see them, but indeed, evidently, there were many dead bodies left around. As Keith said, my daughter hadn't fallen into his grasp. He was correct in his assumption. That made me realize something unusual about what he'd said. Keith said he saw the moment Brendan's neck snapped, and his corpse was quickly dropped into the basement. Isn't that odd? Why did he quickly put Brendan's corpse out of sight? Why did he treat him differently from the other victims?
'Cause he didn't want you investigating it. He's got some keen insight, I'll give him that. So you suspected this was a farce plotted by Brendan?
No, well, I suggested that since Keith hadn't checked the corpse, he might still be alive. I only wanted to believe there was a chance he was alive. I had no conviction about the rest, so I didn't speak about it to Keith. I wouldn't dare risk throwing him off with my amateur opinion, not to mention we didn't know whether his wife was safe.
Apparently, Keith saw the moment Brendan's head came off, actually.
Was it a doll?
Right you are. Packed with neat little blood packs, it seems. Brendan was hung upside down and had his mouth taped up, and it was dark enough to be hard to tell who's who. Just dressing him up the same way made Keith assume it was him, on top of all those flashy rave lights. He dropped the corpse down below, so it was impossible to check it closer. And since Keith saw the tour conductor killed right after that, of course, he'd think Brendan was killed too.
If I'd said something, maybe this could have been resolved sooner, but I was paralyzed with fear. I was only worried about my daughter, even when Keith was running all over the place for us.
Don't worry about it. Keith did all that 'cause he wanted to. That's all. He's deeply glad you're all safe. Now, little lady, can we hear from you too?
Hear what?
Anything. What you thought. What you noticed.
Well, I knew he was a fake, because I've met the real boogeyman.
Sophie, stop it. Not this tale again.
Fine, if you say so, Papa. Guess I'm not saying a word.
Go ahead, please. Meeting the real boogeyman sounds pretty juicy. Can you tell me more?
Maybe not really met. He just touched my shoulder, but his hand was cold as ice. Right away, I knew it wasn't human. That guy's hands were human, though. They had warmth, so I knew he was just a regular guy.
Huh. So boogeyman's hands are cold, eh? Tell that to my little squirt. Anything else you noticed?
I feel like he might get angry if I say this.
I won't. Tell me.
That guy had this cold and emotionless air, like you couldn't tell what he was thinking at all. It reminded me of Mr. Keith, a little.
You still think that way now?
Not even, because Mr. Keith got really mad at me. He was like, "Don't worry your papa ever again."
Red paint? On his face? There was nothing like that. It was all red from blood spurts, though.
Really? Keith told me he had a weird paint on a torn paper. And one more thing. Did you see any red graffiti in the castle? Or any monsters? Hear any phones ringing?
No, I didn't.
Mr. Hoover, you're colorblind, if I recall. Maybe you just couldn't see the paint.
Yeah, but it's white and pink I get mixed up. I can see red just fine.
Well, and you, miss?
I saw quite a bit of the castle, but none of that. Did you hear that from the others?
Don't get me wrong. I don't think you're lying. The others said they saw nothing too. But then, that makes Keith the one talking nonsense.
I don't think Keith is necessarily lying.
What do you mean?
Because people don't always see the same things you do.
Thanks for the assistance, you two. Sorry about calling you in 2 weeks after the fact.
Is not everything settled yet?
The police there are in the middle of their investigation. My role is just to assist. I'm gonna report your testimonies to them, and that's that. I'll be off now. Eric, take them to the entrance.
When our son died, I thought my own life was over too. I couldn't think about anything. Nothing had any taste. But tears would suddenly come anyway. I don't remember anything about what I did back then, but I do remember one thing. That Keith was always at my side. When I wailed and shouted, he'd hug me, stroke my hair, say it was okay.
What is on her head? That white thing. It's like going on both sides. What is that?
Eventually, I adjusted to life without our son. I found I could laugh again. But when I got my own emotions back, I realized Keith had stopped laughing. I had been broken, and so had Keith. Over time, I was able to heal, but he didn't. He was still stuck in the moment of Todd's death. He was always supporting me, so he never faced up to himself. I struggled to be at least a little stronger. Next time, I would protect him, since I wanted him to laugh again. But I couldn't. I couldn't repay anything to Keith. And I realized I was a burden on him that would keep him from ever walking again. So, even if we're far apart, as long as he can laugh again, then that's the best choice I can make.
My wife always brings me warm milk before I go to bed. And last Father's Day, my little squirt tried cooking me a meal. I definitely don't need milk to get to sleep. And the kids cooking, I'll be blunt, it ain't good. But I'm glad for it. Usefulness and collateral don't mean a thing with this stuff. Keith didn't stay close to you expecting something in return. That's just what he wanted to do. You guys have got too much sympathy. You don't mind getting hurt for the sake of the other. But can't you notice that one of you being hurt hurts the other? You've just been getting more and more wounded as you go along. You're propping Keith up too, Helena. He can fight day after day, because he knows you're waiting at home, as much as I tease him about it.
There's been like 15 different ways to pronounce her name. Like everyone says it differently. There's Helena. Like, could they not decide, or did they not talk about it beforehand?
Don't think of yourself as baggage. Depend on him as much as you need. That's what he wants too.
Keith grabbed my hand and smiled, even though he was stabbed and wounded.
And what'd he say?
Got you.
'Cause he finally got what makes him happiest. But, man, too much discrepancy between your guys' testimonies and Keith's. Just how am I gonna report this to their department? Hey, Helena, he went back home from the hospital today, right? Can I come talk with him now?
I'm sorry. Before he goes back home, there's a place he's going to visit. And I'm planning to head there myself.
Good lord, this is long. Thank God the limit's gonna be over by the time this is uploaded.
Keith.
I've always wanted to cry like this.
The stuff on his hand looks like super low res.
I never forgot about him. Not for a single day. Ever since he died, I was scared. I felt like even the slightest sign of weakness would make it all crumble. I acted like I felt nothing, like nothing disturbed me. I thought then I might be able to fool everyone, even myself. It was so stupid. I was broken a long time ago. It was all garbage, but I acted like a champion of justice. It always felt off. Whoever I was working for, I never felt repaid. And I saw you were safe, and you came up to me. Finally, I felt happy again. Acting strong just made me weak. It was pointless. Todd would never forgive his father staying broken forever, because I promised I'd protect his mom. I'll take off the blindfold. I'm gonna laugh, even if it's at a stupid TV show. If I'm pissed, I'll get mad. And if I'm sad, I'll cry. First, I guess there'll have to be counseling. There's something seriously wrong with my head, seems like. It's gonna be a busy time. And it's gonna be so busy, I won't be able to do it alone. Helena, I don't think I can deal with just being a good loser. I want a chance. Let me chase after you. Let me get down on my knees. You're the only one I want waiting for me.
There's no need for a chance. Didn't I tell you? Divorce or decide. I've decided. Haven't you too? We only ever have one umbrella, so we hold it together. And it's fine if we get a little wet, because it'll soon be sunny again.
Alright, this will be a good time to play the credits. Yeah. Alright, it's over. Jesus, that was so long. And there's not even anything to cut out. Oh, well, I guess that's gonna be it for this one. I'm pretty sure that my 15-minute limit is gonna be over. If it's not, then I'm gonna have some problems. But that was pretty good, actually. I'm not exactly sure what to play. I know what game I'm gonna start up now that the limit's over, but it's not an RPG Maker game, and I do want to do another RPG Maker game. So is there any that are good that I haven't done? Because my old strategy, I tried my strategy of just find some random one and then play it, but I found someone that was just not good at all. So I would like, this is gonna get hit by copyright, by the way, I can say it right now. And by the way, did that say Manly Badass Hero was the voice actor for Dick? He should stick to commentating, because no one in this was a very good voice actor. None of them. Well, not exactly sure what to do yet. Look at all those copyrighted musics. Look at them all. There is a lot of them. Fat Record Beats, yeah, I remember them. They took one of them. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't monetize any of these. If you ever see ads on them, that's because somebody else did. After credit scene. Yep, that sure does say end, okay. Yep. What? Oh. No bonus now. Yeah, alright, well, whatever. I don't particularly care. Wait, what? Hold on. Preview of what? Is this for the next game? Unless it's just for this game. This sounds like music I would hear in, like, Diablo. What the fuck is going on? What What is this? I don't understand. Is this a trailer for a game? Because it's not revealing anything. Well, there's a guy hanging. The Hanged Man, okay, well. I like how you had to add all that extra stuff in there that had no relevance to anything else. Don't go? Well. Was there voice acting there? If there was, I couldn't hear it. Okay, what is this? Hello? Bonus scene? Well, I don't really want to watch it. I think I've played enough of this, so... Thank you for watching, and goodbye.